Vivify News Scoggins, not a lot to get excited about over new Gophers offense. The Minnesota Gophers opened their season with a disappointing 19-17 loss to North Carolina, revealing some troubling issues under head coach P.J. Fleck. Despite the hype surrounding graduate transfer quarterback Max Brosmer, the offense struggled, looking much like the uninspired units of past seasons. The absence of star running back Darius Taylor was evident, but even with him sidelined, the Gophers' overall lack of rhythm and consistency on offense was a major concern. Their inability to execute effectively, coupled with poor game management and penalties, ultimately led to their downfall. Max Brosmer, making his debut for the Gophers, had an underwhelming performance. Early on, he appeared jittery and struggled to find his footing, which set the tone for the rest of the game. While he showed flashes of composure during a late-game hurry-up drive, it wasn't enough to overcome the team's offensive struggles. The Gophers' best offensive play was a fortunate catch and fumble recovery, highlighting their inability to generate sustained drives or explosive plays. North Carolina, on the other hand, faced its challenges, particularly with quarterback Max Johnson, who was carted off the field with a hip injury in the third quarter. Johnson, a transfer from Texas A&M, had struggled throughout the game before his injury, but his replacement, Connor Harrell, stepped up when it mattered most. Harrell led the Tar Heels on a late drive that culminated in a game-winning field goal, showcasing his ability to handle pressure in a tight contest. The Gophers' defense had its moments, including a key interception return that set up a touchdown, but they couldn't sustain that momentum. Missed field goals and sloppy tackling added to the team's woes, and strange decisions in game management raised questions about the coaching staff's strategy. The loss was particularly frustrating given that North Carolina, while a solid team, was seen as a beatable opponent, especially with their star quarterback Drake May now in the NFL. As the Gophers look ahead to the rest of the season, it's clear that significant improvements are needed. The offense, in particular, must find a way to be more dynamic and less mistake-prone if they hope to compete in the Big Ten. Max Brosmer will need to quickly adapt and elevate his play, while the coaching staff must address the lapses in discipline and game management that plagued this season opener. Without these changes, the Gophers risk falling short of expectations once again.